Okay, horrible time for a BRB, but I had to do it. I met that man, my love. I believe in him too. There was but a single time Alexander was spurred to action. Not to change history, but to preserve it. The summoning of the Colossus and the events that followed had potentially disastrous consequences for our reality. Its fabric strained to accommodate an infinite number of potential futures, separated by nary a threat. Were the Wings of Time to fall into the hands of the Illuminati? Oh, they called it the Wings of Time, right? That's why it had angel wings. The repercussions would be dire indeed. History would be written over and over again, each time bleeding the land of Aether, and in the end, the Colossus would usher in another calamity. To prevent this tragedy, and to preserve the circle of time as it had already been set in motion, Alexander sent forth a humble servant to do its bidding. Humble indeed. A clockwork coral, an eternal child, to gently nudge history back onto its proper path. But now but one task remains. What does this horn do again? Having become one with the horn, the core is well nigh indestructible. It would only regrow itself until it bled the world dry, and so we must heed Alexander's wish and seal it away, far from the reach of man. A closed pocket of space-time, a fraction of an instant that will repeat in perpetuity for all eternity. That is where the core must go, and us with it. That sounds like hell. Don't you see, my love? We are already there. In coming here to you, I have closed the circle of time. I am all but certain of it. This is like base game, like 1.0 stuff, isn't it, this guy? When I accepted the horn all those years ago, the man who gave it to me said that he had the power to grant any wish. And so, as I took it in hand, I prayed and prayed, with every ounce of my will, for the one true desire in my heart. To be with you forever. That's sweet. The concept of eternity scares me, though, but that's sweet. Round Rocks is back in Needleshire with the Chief. Everyone's safe and sound, except for Mide, that is. The poor lass always had a flair for the dramatic, but to think she'd thrown herself into the core. It's odd, though. I could have sworn I heard her voice in there, saying the Colossus would make trouble for us no more. Something of the sort. For what it's worth, it has always been sleeping like a baby ever since we got out. And that's not the half of it. Take a closer look inside the berry root go. It's like time is standing still. Buggered if I know what it all means, but I'd like to believe Mide and her love somehow sealed away the core for us. Softens the blow a bit, you know. So it's just like it's like a fixed moment in time that's gonna be here forever. No one can do anything with it. That's a lot of orchestration scrolls. Ugh. Still not sure how we managed it, but I'm just happy to be out of the godforsaken place in one piece. Of course, it's a damn shame what happened to Mide. Hold on a moment, Ryugo. She's what? Aye, Chief, leave it to us. Bloody hells, Ryugo. Round Rocks has gone missing. I've been worried sick about the poor lass ever since we got back. I mean, how would you feel if you saw your best friend throw herself into a running engine? Pretty bad, actually. I'll wager she's run. Why do you say it like that? I'll wager she's run off somewhere the two of them used to frequent together. Wedge and I will have a look around here. Why don't you search the collector's quarter? Come on, let's find her before she gets herself into any more trouble. He said that horrible thing in such a funny way. Oh, it is Uplander. What does Uplander? Why does Uplander come to this place? Roundrox is sorry for worrying Uplanders. Roundrox just wants to go to quiet place and do some back thinking. Running out of giant of whirlycocks, Roundrox hears something rattling in pocket. So Roundrox reaches in and cannot believe what she finds. Rattling thing is glowstone, Roundrox's favorite treasure. Oh, but Miss Dark, even with many tryings, glowstone does not glow for Roundrox. Not anymore. There you are, child. We were worried sick about you. Is that Ryugo, as Autumn is? The goblin's crying. The Codex no longer responds to her touch. Intriguing, if not entirely surprising. Were I to guess, I would hazard that it's because this experience has served to open her eyes. The Enigma Codex was born from one man's all-consuming pursuit of perfection. Its knowledge sealed off from any who harbored even a sliver of doubt as to the merits of the ideals it espoused. Quick thinks, Mide in her youth, Roundrox, though the reasons might differ, arrogance, youthful idealism, childish innocence, none thought to question the words written, the words within, and so the Codex opened itself to them. But now Roundrox has seen with her own eyes what blind devotion to ideals can bring. And she is not the naive child she was before. Aye, it's all well and good to dream of building something perfect, but sooner or later you have to stop daydreaming and start doing, hammering it together by your own hand and with your own blood, sweat, and tears. And in so doing, you are forced to confront your own failings and deal with your frustration at the world's unfortunate habit of falling below expectations. Sid, you're projecting again. Hells, there may come a time when you want to tear the whole bloody thing apart and start again, but more often than not, you emerge from it all with something that you can hold on to and carry with you to the future, and that will do a damn sight more for you than any starry-eyed ideal. Oh, Roundrox understands. Roundrox will collect more and more junk. Oh, giant city of treasures with own hands. That's ticket. Roundrox has just one wish. That glowing glowstone is a piece of Mide's dream. Roundrox would give back to Mide. A noble wish, child. Would that we could grant it, but I fear the steel giant and all that lies within the barriers, far beyond the reach of mortal hands. Frozen in a single moment until the end of time. It's a fate I'd not wish on anyone. Dude, it's so funny that they just animate it that way. Well, look who it is. You have a real knack for turning up underfoot, don't you? I'm reminded of the apparent ease with which this little coral seemed to slip in and out of the Colossus. Were it not for the small matter of time having stopped in there, I'd send her in with Roundrox's glowstone without a moment's hesitation. Me. 2 mews? That might suggest a willingness to try. It's less cat-like as time goes on. Giving a stone to a cat, in hopes of delivering it to two souls trapped in time? No, I think we've seen everything. Do you think those two will ever be free of that place? Mayhaps one day, when the perfect future they sought to bring about becomes a reality. In that sense, one might even say their fate is in our hands. Leave to Roundrox. Roundrox works hard. Builds sparkly, shiny future for Mide. As shall we, child. And with that, Ryugo, we must take our leave. For all you have done to stave off another primal threat, you have our gratitude. This will be reflected in your performance report. I've contacted Biggs and Wedge to let them know they can call off the search. Needless to say, they were relieved to hear that Roundrox is safe. There's also a matter of There's also a matter they were looking to discuss with you. They said they'd be waiting for you back at the shortstop. If you'll be returning to the shortstop, I would ask a small favor of you as well. Pray deliver this volume to Bactrix, and tell him I believe it is that which he seeks. Till next we meet, Hugo. Is Shola refusing to, like, deliver it to someone 20 feet away? Not even 10 seconds away? Huh. Now Roundrox is safe at shortstop and Bactrix is easy breathing. Uplanders have thanks of Bactrix. Uplanders being present for Bactrix? Weathered manuscript? Judging from the wear and tear of the parchment, this elegantly penned document entrusted by Shola appears quite ancient. This is Charlayan legend book from Y'shtola. Bactrix has waited for legend book for a long time. Bactrix has been reading about many things. About Enigma Codex, and blue-haired Uplander that writes it. Maybe these knowings will save Gobbyflock from Giant of Whirlyclogs. Thinks Bactrix. Now Giant of Whirlyclog sleeps, and Gobbyflock is safe, but still, Bactrix would fill braincase with knowings. Fill pages of Watcher book with data. Let Bactrix see. Yes, it is. This is Bactrix. Oh, Bactrix, his eyes playing tricks on him. What, you feeling alright there? You look like you've seen a ghost. Page tells fairy legend of Hotgo tribe, uplanders of blue hair. Many years ago in old times, 2 children, boy and girl, outstep from belly of great still giant. 2 children go to man and woman, becoming father and mother of the great people of Hotgo. Names of 2 are Dayan and Mide. Look at handwriting. Even faces are same looking. What? Egad, if that's our Mide and Dayan, why that means that one day they'll be freed from their fate and reborn far in the past. So after searching for nearly an eternity, they finally found the perfect world they were searching for? It may just be a fairy tale, but I, for one, would like to believe it. The fairy legend goes on. 2 children step out of steel giant holding a small stone. Stone is dark when sitting on ground, but stone in hand and shiny bright. Glowstone of Roundrox. That's cute. Let me see if I have this straight. The codex fragments you gave to that coral a few moments ago now features a legend from ages past. That can't be possible, can it? Scampers away. At this point, I'm ready to believe bleeding anything. But that reminds me, there was something I wanted to ask you, Hugo. Remember when we went into the core and almost got our arses fried by the Colossus inside a Colossus? Well, I felt the strangest sensation then. Feeling that chilled me to the bone, as if something terrible had happened I couldn't for the life of me remember. I felt it too. So tell us, did you see anything when you were going in and out of time? Do you have any idea what happened to us while Quick thinks it was spinning the hands of the clock? I'm afraid I don't. I actually don't remember. You don't know? Well, excuse me if it doesn't exactly put my heart at ease. Would it have killed you to say? But of course, I saw plenty of alternate realities, Wedge, and I can say without a sliver of doubt that none of them were you and Biggs blasted to smithereens. Wedge, I know we were both thinking the worst, but you don't have to go and bleed and say it. Look, as far as I'm concerned, what Ryuko doesn't know can't hurt us, so why don't we just forget we ever asked? I definitely did not see your bodies explode into thousands of pieces. Anyway, it seems this long and thoroughly mind-boggling battle of ours has finally come to an end. Of course, there's still plenty of work to be done, but now that Quick thinks is out of the picture, I've got high hopes that Roundrox and her friends will one day build their shining kingdom of rubbish and refuse. Speaking of work, we better get back to it before the chief catches us chattering. Always a pleasure, Hugo. Till next time. Thus ends the tale of the Christmas Cretin. A chapter of New Game Plus has been added. They have, like, Minfilia's old clothes. Cool. Okay, that's done. Back to MSQ. That was cool. I think the form of Alexander and the intent behind it, there's like a disconnect there for me, but I don't really care. I mean, it's primals, they don't gotta explain shit, right? Cool Robo Goper, exactly, that's all I really need. Where was I supposed to go again? Fano? The Greatwood? That is not... Yeah, okay. That is not where I'm going. I always like a good stable time loop. I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it would be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go and speak with Lena? Oh, you mean you've been outside all this time? Doing other things? What'd you do? What do you mean Y'shtola was there? Y'shtola was here. What are you talking about? We have little time, so I'll be brief. A Senator has been sighted in Lakeland, and I must ask for your assistance in slaying it. A Senator? I'd heard some few yet remained after the night had returned, but perhaps we should call the others. That will not be necessary. It is only a single Senator. Simple task for our guards, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the War of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. That's not true at all. I underestimate everyone. Let Alphino do it. You cannot be serious. Come now, Ryuko. What could be more inspiring than fighting alongside the renowned warrior of darkness himself? Excellent. Then let us make for a fort job. Oh, hello. Goodbye. If you would wait here a moment, I will gather the others. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side. I was at death's door that day when the Synmyn had attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through. And I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we can all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin-Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But there's no way to honor. That is no way to honor her or my comrades, so I have returned. And I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Surely, it seems only yesterday I watched as you took flight straight in Amaro to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Omoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, but we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. We seem to be missing one. Oh, sorry I'm late. My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked if I could escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I anticipated. I don't begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. Name's Sailor. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch in the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to him. But don't give up. Don't give in. I kept those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the knight's return shortly after he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up, we won't give in. Never give up, never surrender. Fucking... Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in such the same manner. Our scouts at the northern stage point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. All the way over there, huh? And I definitely can't fly here. You know what? I haven't ridden a car in a while. Let's do that. Grey Draco. I gotta off-screen these Aether Currents at some point, this is so slow. That thing's already dead. Are we just putting it out of its misery?
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
Oops.
By himself. Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
Huh?
A warrior of light? Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Okay, dude.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
Well, that's an anticlimax. But who done it?
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world.
We gotta clear their fucking names.
Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin-Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias.
Is it that there was like at the end of Shadowbringers there was like an Asian on the moon and he was like, I gotta pretend to be someone. I don't know, I feel like I remember that.
But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
I think he said I will be the Warrior of Light or something. Something about the Warrior of Light. So it's that guy.
Concluded. Shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Motives unclear.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Lena.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch.
The Exarch.
Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating.
What? Okay.
Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true.
Now he's really scared of dying.
It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy.
Good.
It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
He's lost without you, you know, and he misses you already. Oh. Oh.
Are you sure? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief.
No.
In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
Yoink. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see this back to their posts. one more quick BRB, and then I'll play for like 30 more minutes, I think.